Do you see a man who is wise in his own eyes? There is more hope for a fool than for him. It's Proverbs 26:12. I bring that up because I've been just thinking about how the truth is so often ripped apart and woven into different lies. Last night, we saw the movie Fly Me to the Moon, a movie that's surely to inflame two sides of the argument about whether we really went to the moon or not. If you look into the conspiracies about it was faked and that it was actually a Stanley Kubrick, operation that filmed it, it'll give plenty of ammo to that side. But as a piece of fiction, it also, reaffirmed that, no, it really happened for the people that believe it happened. I personally believe there's so much hocus pocus. The whole world is a stage. And so many men are so wise in their own eyes. And we are tricked. We are befuddled. We are fooled again and again and again. And I speak from experience. And I was talking about recently about how I do feel like I've been through so many moments of being deceived when I couldn't believe it. And you're like, how did that happen? How did that person pull that off? How was someone capable of lying on a personal level? When you go back to the garden, this whole world that we exist in has been built upon one lie after another to hide the ultimate truth of who Jesus Christ is, the living God that came down in the flesh to save us eternally. But we are so wise in our own eyes. And I encourage anyone to read the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 23:17, do not let your heart envy sinners, but always continue in the fear of the Lord. For surely there is a future, and your hope will not be cut off. Proverbs 24:20, for the evil have no future, the lamp of the wicked will be put out. And right before that in verse 16, though a righteous man falls 7 times, he will get up, but the wicked will stumble into ruin. See, the wicked in this world are convoluting truth with lies so that people don't even have a foundation of what to believe anymore. They believe with their eyes of what they see, and obviously we know that movies are works of fiction, but they undermine truth while revealing truth at the same time. To me, it really is a spiritual revelation, but because we are so wise in our own eyes, we have this foundation of things that we believe based on what we've been really conditioned to believe our entire lives. Proverbs 28:12. A rich man is wise in his own eyes, but a poor man with discernment sees through him. I take heart in that because I've never been a rich man, but rich in the things of God, the enjoyment that he gives us in this life, but not the things that money brings at little moments in time here and there, but nothing that ever has me following a path of just prideful rebellion where I feel like I don't need to lean on the Lord. And that's a blessing. But at the same time, it can lead to an envy of man, especially when you know that morally compromised individuals are excelling in this world because they know how to use people to get to where they want to go. They know how to be con artists. In this movie, without giving away too much, the main character is a con artist, self-admitted. And she's learned how to use her ability to con people into a legal form of it, in media, in propaganda, in selling things that aren't real to an unsuspecting public. But the love of money is the root of all evil, and pride goes before the fall. So the love of money leads us into pride to the point where cognitive dissonance keeps us from even giving thought to things that the world labels as conspiracy theories. Now, I used to spend so much time talking about this stuff, but this world is built on a foundation of lies, and it's one lie after another. The day that we're living in now with the recent shooting, there's still so many things to question on that, but I always know that the whole world is a stage built upon lies by men who intend to deceive people of ultimate truth. And that ultimate truth is of Jesus Christ coming onto this earth to die for you and me. He did everything for us. All we have to do is live in faith. But science and the things of this world, human wisdom, pride, the envy of those who have all these things, who usually walk in those areas, those attributes, blind us to the truth. And as long as we're unaware of that and we're not focusing on the right things, we will allow envy and pride to lead us to a world where Matthew 24:24 is possible, where even the very elect will be deceived because those who have turned away from the truth will be given away to a great delusion. And what type of world would that happen in? In a world where truth, by its very nature, people don't even know if it exists anymore. Not only are people being deceived into doubting what is true, we live in a world where people are doubting the existence of truth because everything is so subjective. It's all based on one's experience and what feels right to each individual. That sounds like the world that Satan wants us all to live in, where we are the God of our own lives, and we project that onto the world, and the world revolves around us, not the world revolving around the creator of it, who gave his life as a ransom for all, so that we all may be reconciled to our creator if we humble ourselves and become fools. Because again, do you see a man who is wise in their own eyes? There's more hope for a fool than for him. Just always remember that in a world that is trying to confound truth, trick us into believing one side or another, or to becoming indifferent to any of it, the only truth that really matters at the end of the day is who Jesus Christ is. I pray this finds you well. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow.